Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the next episode of A Designer Plays The Witcher 2. I'm going to continue going through Act 1 of The Witcher 2 and specifically be looking at it from the perspective of a level designer in the games industry. So hopefully I'll see some interesting stuff and you guys will hear some interesting stuff as well. I love games that change the background of the loading screen as you go through the game. I know Half-Life 2 did this. Diablo 3 did it. I don't actually see it too terribly often. Or maybe I just don't notice, but every time I notice, I love it. Avok, yesterday's Being Everything Else was awesome. I could talk with Adam about game mastering for years. We could easily have gone for an additional 2 hours. Right. Yeah, guys, if you haven't been voting, go to intl.gg and vote for Neil. Neil Koivu Eriksson has made it into the top 16 for the race, and he would really appreciate all the help you guys can give him. Now, how do I activate my medallion? Like that. Oh yeah, cool. Now I've got extra bonus power, which is very valuable because I'm about to go fight some bad things. Now, is Quen? I think Quen is the shield sign, so I'll pop that off real quick. Alright, cool. Now I need my silver sword. Okay, there we go. I wonder if they were coming back to life last time because I wasn't using my silver sword. You know, I think it's very likely that may have been the case. Because I was kind of fighting an endless wave of them. Hey, that was a lot easier. Isn't it awesome how when you use the right equipment, it just works for you? Let's see, is there anything interesting around here? Yeah, absolutely. So I don't really know what I'm doing out here. I guess Cedric is out beyond the walls, right? Yeah, so I can go see him, get more information. I do want to go do these contracts for the Neckers and the Endregas. In fact, reading about the Endregas' habits would be worth it. Yep. So I should try to find some information about Neckers and Endregas. Endregas. I don't know. Yeah, if you guys are interested in watching past episodes of A Designer Plays, I've only been doing this for The Witcher 1, so or The Witcher 2, so you're not too far behind. But I have them on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/silentosiris. It's exactly the same as my Twitch address up above. And there's a couple in the past broadcasts here on Twitch, but they don't autosave forever. And I'm no longer going to be saving them forever, so you'll only be able to catch them for about a week until they're over on YouTube permanently. So, I think last time we talked a little bit about this forest, how nice it feels, and how foresty. They did a really good job of creating a large diversity in vegetation. We've got bushes like that, which is slightly different from this bush over here. Or maybe that's the same bush, actually. But certainly Oh no, that is the same bush, for sure, because it's got that big spiky part sticking out the top of it. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Different shapes. They probably used Speed Tree, which is a tool that can generate a bunch of different shapes. This one is definitely the same. That's got exactly the same profile. It generates a bunch of different shapes for trees and bushes. And then, so your artists don't have to, like, handcraft a ton of trees. Can I get up there? No. But, the forest itself feels like there's lots of ways to go, but it is the sort of space you have to, you can't just go through freely. Oops. What's down here? Nothing. It's just an interesting little hollow that they made. Now where am I? Can I open a map? Yes. I'm way over there. I think I came from way down here. And there's where the Cedric is. Oh, okay, there you go. Not bad. It does feel like a very large and it really feels quite open world, even though the paths that you take are all a little bit limited by the nature of the environment around you. Let's put that away. For those of you who were wondering last night who was sneezing, and who may be wondering who's coughing this morning, it's my wife. She's caught a cold. It's very sad. Can I pick that trap up? Yeah. I like that. I think that's quite interesting. Okay, Wolfsbane. Oh, yeah. Hey, great. And I can step in here. Pick up some awesome superpowers. The only thing, maybe you guys know, how can I look at what that effect is that's running on me right now? Not like that. Character. I have 0 talents. Alchemy, meditate. Nope, none of that. All right, let's go speak with Cedric. I hope I don't run into too many Endregas before I get the chance to learn more about them. Hey! Great. Damn monsters indeed. Good. Ah, I see down there I've got my fatigue at 17%. So I am dealing a little bit less damage because I'm too aggro. So that's interesting. If you guys missed that, that was down here in my chat logs, which are probably combat logs rather, which is probably quite small for you guys to be able to see. Oh, look at all that stuff. Strength mutagens, sweet. Woohoo. If any place looked like an Endrega lair, this is one. Not that I know, because I haven't read up on them. Oh, hey. Hey, yay, good job, Trap. You did what you were intended to. Can't get there from here. Maybe I can splash along this water. Looks good. Cedric's up there. Let's put away my sword. And then,
Don't go to the forest, Witcher. It's certain death.
hey, professional monster hunter. Don't go out there. You'll get killed. What's this saying? Attention, monsters. Good.
What's the hurry?
Why does he need two swords? Does he tend to lose them?
It's a neat little place. It's like the slums of this town I'm in. What town am I in? Lobinden? It's certainly the region I'm in, but is that the town? I don't know. Love these maps. Not quite sure how my current area matches up with the map. Yeah. But the map looks so nice. I think that's obviously a really neat looking map. I love it.
I see the elf named Cedric.
I've been
Any of you know where he
since
is?
morning.
What's your business?
I need to know if the forest's safe.
How am I to know if that's truly what you seek? It's common knowledge that you're racists. Why does he need two swords?
Are you gonna tell me about
To lose them?
Cedric? Oh, hey. I don't think you are.
Wow. Look.
Children following me everywhere. Peter Brukun is telling me that my stamina is actually my... What is that called?
Belk.
It's the 3 yellow bars under my health.
Moril would delight in a day like this, Saharan. Enjoy the memory of her. Don't wallow in the long one.
I try, I do. But I cannot believe all the bad blood this disappearance has bred.
Don't let other Shay poison your memory of her. Hatred is but an outlet for helplessness.
Thank you, Cedric. Vafael.
Vigor.
Vafail.
Careful there.
Well, well. A peace-loving elf.
Are you Cedric?
Who asked?
Hey, Triss.
Geralt of Rivia.
Ah, the Witcher. And
Triss Marigold.
lovely scent, Triss.
Cedric, look at me.
What do you want, Geralt of Rivia?
Who was Moral? I don't even know how to ask that question. How to know to ask that question. So let's find out.
Woman you were talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
How did she disappear?
Saharim believes the forest took her.
What do you believe?
Moril simply vanished, almost a year ago now. Some say she was too beautiful, and Dwan must have harmed her.
You believe that?
If I have no evidence before me, I try to trust my feelings. And they tell me the forest did not take her.
Why would you keep that from Saharan?
Because it's meaningless. Perhaps she was murdered, perhaps she departed on her own, never to return. She's gone. And neither I nor Saharim can reverse that.
Who exactly are you?
One who warns humans against the dangers that lurk in the forest.
Care to clarify?
I am old, even for an elf. Yet the forest is older. I've lived in it for years and understand it, though it's nothing I can explain. At times I make mistakes and people don't come home.
So you help humans?
I just know if it's safe to venture beyond the gates or not.
Do I smell liquor? Are you drunk? Maybe that's why he's talking a little bit. He's kind of saying, you know... Yeah. He says things in an interesting cadence to his voice.
Maybe I'll come back when you're sober.
You witches live a long life.
Yeah.
You may indeed get to see that day.
You witches live a long life. You may indeed get to see that day. He's clearly actually trying to voice act drunk, which is something I noticed, and I wondered, you know, is this guy just a little bit of a strange voice actor? But no, they actually pulled it into the acting and into the state of the character, the state.
What are the Scoia'tael fighting for?
Do you ask about the old ones, who hoped to restore our race to its previous glory? Or about the young ones, who fight for survival and out of suicidal revenge?
Yorvith's warriors. Which mold do they fit?
They believe they are still independent, and that there is but one just way to view their cause. In truth, however, they're but a shadow of the Enshe's former glory. They cling to delusions to the very moment when a sword or a noose ends their life, or until they realize the truth themselves, which is, I believe, the worst.
I'm looking to hunt in this area, and I could use some advice.
I'm no witcher. I set traps, snares, try to keep neckers away from Lobindon.
Yeah,
That's all.
Lobindon, the
I'm
town.
aiming a little higher than Neckers.
The old man, meaning the Karen. Finally, Laredo's splurged. Listen, I'm not one to teach your grandmother to suck eggs. You witchers know your work. But if you pay me, I can prepare a useful trap.
What kind of trap?
Puncturing trap, immobilizing trap, even decoys to pull monsters into an ambush. Whatever you like. Since I can easily finish off an ensnared necker, it should be child's play for you.
I'm interested in that.
I need to make a few orms. You wouldn't happen to have a job for a witcher, would you?
There's never a shortage of work for a witcher in this forest. It's positively teeming with beasts. Though I'm not surprised they come here in droves.
Know why that is?
Cursed places attract all sorts of scum, like dung attracts flies. There was once a great house in the clearing. They locked up lunatics there. During the war with Nilfgaard, it was raised in a fire. The lunatics broiled in their cells. The ruins remain cursed to this day. 2 daredevils went off to explore the ruins recently. They haven't been seen since.
A great house, you say. Tell me more about the building itself.
It was an old manor house that was converted into a mental institution. There was no shortage of lunatics in wartime. They just kept coming. Reverend Mercier locked them up in there and looked after them. If you find the 2 people lost in the ruins of the mental asylum, you stand to be handsomely rewarded by them or their families.
I'll give it a shot.
Trying.
And let's find out about the Karen.
I aim to kill the Karen. Heard you might be able to help.
That depends on the sort of aid you seek.
I need information.
We should have killed it years ago. Now I don't know. The beast has become too large for the riverbed, and it has strange growths on its tentacles, extremely thick skin. Previously, it inhabited a swamp along one of the Pontar's tributaries. Completely wild terrain. Even the Scoia'tael don't venture there. You should go see the wreck of the boat it recently sank. Inspect any traces it's left. See the destruction.
Where's this wreck?
Venture south into the forest, then turn east toward the river. You'll find the ruins of a bridge erected long ago by the Enshe. The wreck lies at their foot.
Thanks, Cedric.
Cool.
You'll find me by the boat wreck.
Whoa.
Jeez, Triss. Sure you're not overusing those teleports?
Holy hell. That's quite a trick. So, south into the forest. That's quite a ways. I think I'm gonna have to go read about Endrigas before I do that. Hey, let's search that. 2 biter traps. Excellent.
Careful there.
Down we go. Well, let's see, where's the nearest entrance to this town? Surely there's one like right about there. Yeah. Love that sound every time I use it. Yeah, these double doors, I think, allow them to do some clever loading and unloading, where when you're outside of the town, you don't have to have all of these characters loaded in here, and when you're inside the town, you don't have to have all of the characters and vegetation loaded from outside. So it's clever, and it really disguises any limitations that they may have had in making these areas. Lets them make them really lush. So that's quite well done. It's a little bit, very slightly annoying to have to go through loading twice, or go through 2 doors every time you go in and out of the town, but
Welcome to my modest.
a small price to pay.
What do you deal in?
All kinds of incense, mainly. For meditation.
Yes. Now, let's see. The left is me, and the right is the shop, and someone pointed out that up here in the upper left is this big shop symbol, which does seem to imply that this stuff is the shop's stuff, but it's not. It's mine. Books. Rites of Midaite. Now that's not a book that I particularly need. Oral Virga. How much money do I have? Not a lot. I need to make some cash. I don't want that certain formula from him yet.
Are you a witcher?
I am.
She's gonna be all
Got to
snooty.
do something about that filthy business. The crook selling the poison is going unpunished.
I think he's just selling incense.
Incense is only a cover. People get addicted to it, lose their senses. It's like Fistech. You must shut down that shop. Close the shop and the citizens of Flotsam will reward you handsomely.
I'll talk to the trader.
So one guy wants the formula, and these citizens want it shut down.
Come on, nearly got him. Go on, a wee bit more. Change your grip. Humans know as much about arm wrestling as I know about screwing trolls.
Hey! Warrens. These poor ladies. They're just sitting up here, trying to make a living, and I come along and steal all their herbs and gold. Hello. I can't even talk to you. You elves, so snooty, you won't even talk to me. That's interesting. I guess this is the privy. Delightful. Where to get books? I think one of these guys around here is an actual shopkeep. Yeah, there we go. Let's trade books. Oh, that's just the same. Same book. Maybe Zoltan knows something?
I know you. Welcome.
You guys hear my cat in the background? Do I have 2 different quests about this shop? Yeah, the scent of incense and Little Shop of Dreams. Yeah, so I'll have to like get the recipe and then shut down his shop in order to complete both quests.
Witcher Geralt, known also as the White Wolf.
Am I that hard to distinguish from the locals?
Taller warned me you'd be catty.
Taller sent you.
Indeed. I'm on business here, so he insisted I give you a message and a package.
What's the message?
I quote him faithfully. Listen to Roach in every ploughing thing, because though he's a prick, he's also a patriot. Vultures already circle Foltest's corpse, but I'll manage. Get the sons of bitches and keep your head cool. P.S. You really fucked up at the castle.
That's great.
Give me the package.
Take it. It's a weight off my mind, I tell you. Ah, I wouldn't make much of an agent. All that secrecy and nerves and cursing, not my style. Good luck to you. I'm off to tend to my matters.
Godspeed.
Give my best to Taller.
Oh, I will.
So what's in this package that I got? Oh, I've got an Endriga trophy. Barajas. Oh! Check this out. I got a fuzzy boy. He just decided he wanted some pets. This is Jesper. He's a cute, cute kitty. So there's a huge arachnid creature. Formula Dragon's Dream, Dancing Star. Oh, I can like reinforce my armor. Let's do that. Alright, buddy. Down you go. Strength mutagen. Wire rope. About dragons I already read. Clar. Lots of formulas in here. Okay, so, you know, whatever I got from him, I must have just looked at it, so. Cool.
When the oldest bird was around.
Now,
It's true. Foltest is dead.
already checked those. There are these two guys who wanted to do those experiments on me. Right?
Welcome.
Yeah, I think so.
So.
Interesting. I can craft blue meteorite ore out of other components. What's the jagged blade do? A lot of damage. Huh. Wow. That's actually quite good. If only I had 339 orens. Do I have something that could sell for a lot? Not really. Oh, I'll have to complete some stuff, some quests. Make myself a jagged blade. Really, I'm still looking for information on Neckers and Endrigas.
Trolls beat me.
Might have to go to the inn.
I guess the
When will
price
they
takes
leave?
away those 8,000 orange from the kingdom.
I think the stew's ready.
Blossom's got a garrison. We don't need a witcher.
You might want to stew.
A mysterious merchant. robust cutlass, a robust Witcher's silver sword. Interesting that he's selling me one of my own swords. Shaedal's armor. What's that? Very neat. Damage bonus on signs. I like that. Okay, all in all, not what I'm looking for right now, but interesting. Good to know that he's there.
You free?
No, working my arse off like a stagecoach.
Let's do this. Talk to the shopkeeper about his dubious herbs. No, that's not what I want. I want to track that quest. There we go. Learn more about Neckers. Now, someone was saying in the house across from the smith, I can find books. Interesting, curious. I wonder how I should find that out normally. Well, there you go. I guess they just sort of expect you to explore a lot and find this, which is very cool. Works when you have a lot of time to really immerse yourself. Dwarven enhancement. Ooh.
Greetings! What brings you here, White Wolf? Make yourself at home, please.
Do we know each other?
I've heard, or rather read much about you, in the letters of the Rivian diaspora.
Well, nice to meet you.
Einar Gausel, fundamentally a trader in old curios, although I also concern myself with the non-human community.
I'd like to change my hairstyle. Nah. Well. I forget what I looked like in the first game.
Mind if I have a
Take your
books in Flotsam? I wouldn't have thought it a profitable enterprise.
Hey, many foreigners come through here. Sometimes they buy books, sometimes they have tomes to sell. Yesterday, for example, Lady Sheila de Tanseville purchased items for a sum equal to my yearly dealings.
Did she buy anything interesting?
De Vermis Mysteries, the Exeter Treatise, complete and unabridged, plus a very expensive volume I'd rather not mention. I should add, as generosity must be praised, that she made a donation to the community, specifically to the Fund for Widows and Orphans.
The non-humans in Flotsam are organized?
We aren't, but we aid each other as best we can. I mainly collect taxes and announce the Commandant's dispositions.
That'd make you a prime target for Yorvith.
You're correct on that account. He's warned me many times, and I've explained the need for my function to him just as many. Both in vain. It seems we've agreed to disagree. Well, the sword is his calling, the pen is mine. Hence, no meeting of the minds. It wasn't always this hard. Turned sour when several elven lassies disappeared. We lost our trust in the humans, and the Scoia'tael ceased trusting us.
Did they turn up? The women?
No. I believe Neckers killed them.
Cedric's
Cedric's
woman.
Moral of the White Hands. She and her lover made a beautiful pair.
The plot thickens. Good, good, good. Drowners, harpies. Don't need that. Neckers in the mist. I'll buy that. The art of magic. The Kairan, a monograph. 251, eh? Well, I'll have to keep trying for that. Now... Endrigas I don't see. The Grand Triple... Rot Fiends, the Kayran. I definitely want to buy that at some point. The Realm of the Nordlings. Ah, there it is. 3 years among the Endregas. Interesting. Good. I'm curious about harpies. And now I've only got 42 gold left, so we're done. Let's read about neckers. Imagine a drowner that burrows tunnels, climbs trees, is more vicious than usual, and when ambushing its prey, it does so with many of its kin. And now you have a good idea of what a necker is. These primitive creatures are the bane of the wilderness. The inhabitants of forest villages fear them, and animals give their nests a wide berth. Neckers are social creatures, gathering in something akin to tribes, for they can only repel the attacks of stronger assailants en masse. Witchers can use their full range of skills and techniques when fighting neckers. Signs, bombs, poisons, and oils that augment bleeding are all extremely effective against the beasts. Necker nests are best destroyed with grape-shot bombs. Cool. And 3 years among the Endregas. Endregas are forest creatures that resemble arachnids. They are especially fond of floodplains. There you go, as moisture and tall grass suit them. Longer than they are tall, they move about on all fours and are extremely difficult to spot as they lie motionless, awaiting their prey. Like Kikimors, Endregas are divided into castes, with warriors being most numerous, guards being less common, and queens being a real rarity. These monsters, like arachnids, hatch from eggs. Impregnated queens lay the eggs in cocoons, which hang from trees in areas known as nests. The lesser creatures zealously guard their queens, as colonies depend on them for survival. The queens themselves remain hidden, caring little for what happens to other adult specimens. However, when their nest is threatened, they emerge swiftly and fight ferociously. Thus, to exterminate an Endrega colony, one must set fire to its cocoons to draw out and kill the queen. Cool. I've got this strength mutagen. Can I apply mutagens to my... Oops. To my talents yet? I've got this fortitude ability. Mutate. Enter. That's going to give me +2 armor? That's interesting. Yeah. Damage reduction +2. I'm happy with that. That sounds just fine. Cool. So I need to find a way to make grape shot bombs. Can I craft those with what I have now? Oops. Alchemy. I don't think that I can. I need to find a recipe for a grape shot bomb, and then we'll be done with it. I've got salmon. Yep. So maybe this guy has...
Mind if I have...
Take your...
Maybe this guy has it. Nope, he only sells books. Oh, let's read the book about harpies. I bought that too. Harpies, daughters of the gale. There are many species of harpy, and all are kleptomaniacs, though some steal dreams instead of trinkets. They especially like dreams laden with strong emotions, such as nightmares that recur every night. The victims lose their dreams, which can actually be a blessing where nightmares are concerned, and the harpies encase them in crystals, creating items that strongly radiate magic. Ooh. Mages desire the dreams these creatures steal. They are even known to breed harpies on perches with a view towards filching their booty at daybreak. Yet it is rare for a dream or nightmare to be powerful enough, or to come from a powerful enough creature to satisfy the desires of a mage. He who would destroy a harpy's nest perched atop a rocky ledge must set a special glistening explosive trap. When the harpy snatches its loot, the charge is detonated, and anything that survives the explosion is dealt with by gravity, the eternal foe of all avian creatures. Well, that's a hell of a thing.